What's good, YouTube? It's your boy OTR Nick, man. I'm back with another reaction video. Like I said, I'm on this consistent wave, man. I'm trying to do these every so often. If you have a video that you want me to react to, let me know. It could be your music video, it could be anything. I know my artists that be on here. This is kind of like an artist-based YouTube channel, so for my artists that be watching the videos, if you want me to react to your videos, let me know that too. We can cook something up. But today, we're gonna react to a video. It's a Law&Crime video. Basically, it's a lady having a sidebar and giving her opinion on the P. Diddy situation. And the title of the video says, P. Diddy should be charged with kidnapping, get locked up for 15 years. We're gonna watch the video and see what she say. I'm gonna give my opinion and we could just go from there, man. If y'all hear any lawn services going on, hey, I got my people outside, they hooking my lawn up for me, so my bad if y'all hear that in the video, but let's just get straight into it.
Imprisonment. Why are we not charging this guy with kidnapping? Why are we not charging him with aggravated battery? Those are all second-degree felonies, each of which carries a 15-year prison sentence, each of which would have a much longer statute of limitations period for the filing.
We have had a lot of reaction to the latest Diddy news, from the highly disturbing video of him purportedly beating his ex-girlfriend to his apology. We now ask former Judge Elizabeth Scherer, who presided over the Parkland school shooting case, her take on these developments. Welcome to...
Now let me stop it right there. First of all, that video was crazy, bro. Diddy, you lame, bro. I ain't gonna lie, you very lame, bro. I look at you totally different, bro. I remember fucking just growing up, bro, and watching you become the person that you are. And we all heard stories behind the scenes about little weird stuff at the parties and all that, but this is different, bro. Like I really want to catch my one with you, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Let me know in the comments if you want me to catch my one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's kind of weird. Why is you beating on women like that, bro? What? That's weirdo shit, bro. This ain't no regular argument, you know, and this is not right either, because domestic violence is domestic violence. But you know, we didn't watch parents and uncles and all that getting the little shoving matches and all of that shit. That's not cool either. Never put your hands on a woman or a man. That's how I feel. Don't put your hands on anyone. Like that's ridiculous. But you kicking her on the ground, you dragging her on the ground, you punching, like, what type of nigga is you, bro? Like, what type of dude is you? Like, who raised you, bro? Real life. Parents, uncles, aunties, whoever was in your life, bro, like, who showed you that? Or who told you that was cool? Or do you think because you got power and money that you can just do what you want to do? Nigga, nobody's gonna ever respect you the same, bro. Yeah, I'm not wishing on your downfall, none of that. I hope you learn from your mistakes. But nobody gonna respect you no more, bro.
Sidebar, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Hey everybody, this is a Law&Crime legal alert. Google Incognito tracked users' browsing data without their knowledge, while Mass Tort Alliance, one of our legal sponsors, is helping users file for compensation due to Google users' privacy issues surrounding Google Incognito. So if you've used Google Incognito anytime since 2016, you can start your claim in less than 10 questions at incognitoclaims.com/sidebar. Well, with all of the Sean Diddy Combs developments, it can be kind of tough to make sense of it all. Well, that's why we're getting some incredible perspective from some amazing experts and guests. And of course, there is a lot going on right now, because over the weekend, Combs responded to the incredibly alarming and sickening video obtained by CNN of him allegedly beating his ex-girlfriend Cassandra Ventura back in 2016. The video seemingly showing him kicking, pushing, dragging her, throwing a vase in her direction, all at the Intercontinental Hotel in an elevator bank out in LA. This is all while he was wearing a towel, by the way. That's what the video seems to show. It is a brazen attack, right in the open. And from a legal perspective, it also matches up to Ventura's description as she laid it out in her civil complaint that she filed against Sean Combs. She had sued him for sexual abuse and sex trafficking back in November 2023. She settled the case, but 2 days after this video was published and shocked the entire world, Diddy decided to respond on Instagram.
sure y'all watch people ads. I ain't got time to really do that today, but
It's so difficult to reflect on the darkest times in your life. But sometimes you gotta do that. I was up. I mean, I hit rock bottom. But I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable. I take full responsibility for my actions in that video. I'm disgusted. I was disgusted then when I did it. I'm disgusted now. I went and I sought out professional help. I had to go into therapy and go into rehab. Had to ask God for his mercy and grace. I'm so sorry. But I'm committed to be a better man each and every day. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I'm truly sorry.
And we have been trying to make sense of why.
Diddy. Why? Like, why did you get? Who told you to get on that video and do this goofy ass apology, bro? I ain't gonna lie. Don't nobody want to hear that because you said back in November, December, something like that. You said that everything's gonna come to the light. They paint you out to be this monster. You basically denied everything, bro. And then you ain't apologized to her. Then you said nothing. You kept gaslighting us, making it seem like you did nothing wrong. And then the video come out, now you sorry. Like, bro, shut up. Shut up, bro. We don't want to hear that, bro. Don't nobody want to hear that. Now you truly sorry and all that. And look, I believe in God, bro. So you're not supposed to judge people. Like, you're really not supposed to judge people. And I don't want to look down on bro. He could feel how he want to feel when it came to that apology, but I just feel like it was unnecessary, bro. You should have just kept that. Like, you could have kept that, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That made you look even more weird, honestly, because you didn't care about none of it until we seen the video. You could have kept that, bro.
Why he put this out, the issues surrounding this response, and what is next. Well, as I said, we have great perspective, and right now I have terrific perspective because I'm bringing on former judge Elizabeth Scherer, now in private practice with Conrad and Scherer. Thank you so much for coming on, Judge. Great to have you. Let's first start, since I haven't spoken to you, your reaction to the 2016 video obtained and published by CNN. Let's start there.
It's brutal. I mean, I'm watching that thinking, the first thing that comes to my mind is this poor girl. And the second thing that comes to my mind is, what an idiot. I mean, this is 2024, and I understand that was 2016, but there are cameras everywhere, especially in a hotel. It's shocking. It's one of the most shocking videos I've ever seen. I can't say it's the most, unfortunately, but it's pretty bad. It ranks up there with some other really bad ones that I've seen in my experience.
But here's the thing. He allegedly purchased the footage for $50,000 from the Intercontinental Hotel. That's what Cassandra Ventura said. So for me, when I've read all the lawsuits and I've heard the allegations, and the theme is he's so powerful, he can get away with whatever he wants to get away with. He'll have people be the fall guys for him. If I take that as true, it's almost not surprising that he's allegedly running down the hallway in his towel and beating her in an open hotel, right?
Yeah, I mean, I find it, I get what you're saying, and if that's what goes on in California, maybe, but, oh gosh, I just find it so hard to stomach the idea that you can buy evidence because of who you are, how much money you have. And I'm sure that I'm being too, not closed-minded, but I'm being too idealistic, thinking that no, people wouldn't possibly do that. But I guess that stuff goes on in California, and it's disgusting.
Well, it allegedly happens everywhere, and it's about the wealth and power. That's what some of the themes that we've seen.
Lady, you know damn well people buying evidence. You know people buy evidence, bro. Have you solved every case that came to your way? Huh? No. You know people buy evidence, gang. Don't do that. Don't do all that. And we kind of need to keep. I feel like when it comes to speaking on this situation, bro, whatever race you are, I think we kind of need to keep a common standard on how we speaking on this, because you could also start to look crazy if you too passionate about it too. You get what I'm saying? Like that. Y'all see what I'm saying?
Seen so far in other cases. You know, one of the interesting things about it, and unfortunately, the reason this has changed the game is there are allegations put out in complaints, and there's allegations put out in cases all the time, but it's another thing to see it. And that visual will forever be in people's minds. And it makes me wonder, seems why he wanted to settle that case as soon as possible, because during the, right?
He's kicking her like a dog on the, you know, not that you should kick a dog, but he's kicking her like some kind of wild animal who's, you know, the only time you should ever act like that is if perhaps you're being attacked. I mean, she's just laying there, you can tell, trying to get away from him, and he's just trying to prevent her from leaving, kicking her, hitting her, and, you know, a lot of times when you watch surveillance videos like these, they are very powerful, but you have to imagine you're only getting a certain perspective. Usually it's a camera that's way up in the corner. So you're not getting the emotion, you're not getting the talking, you're not getting the sweating, the heart beating, if you were standing right there, you'd probably hear her moaning or crying or begging for her life while he's screaming at her and insulting her, and you could probably hear smacking when he's hitting her. So yes, I think this evidence is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. But you sometimes have to step back and say, you know, we're just watching it with no sound, and it sort of happens very quickly. And without that other component to it, without maybe her to explain exactly what was going on a play-by-play, we're really not even getting exactly how bad it is.
From a legal point of view, I want you to clear something up for us. Look,
Sure.
The LA County District Attorney's Office said we can't prosecute this case because it happened in 2016. There's a statute of limitations. I believe for felony assault, it's 3 years. I even kind of did a brief research about whether or not he could be charged for allegedly tampering with evidence or something like that. I think it does also fall into the statute of limitations.
So you've been injured in a recent car accident, and you want to get a major check like this right here. Here's what you got.
You're former judge, attorney. It's important to have the statute of limitations, but you can also understand why it would be frustrating for people to see this and say, how is he not being brought up on criminal charges in California for this?
Well, first of all, if this woman tried to press charges and they declined the case and said there wasn't enough evidence, and it in fact turns out that it's because he purchased the evidence or he tampered with evidence, that there will be an exception to the statute of limitations. That's number one. Number two, why are we not charging this guy with false imprisonment? Why are we not charging this guy with kidnapping? Why are we not charging him with aggravated battery? Those are all second-degree felonies, each of which carries a 15-year prison sentence, each of which would have a much longer statute of limitations period for the filing. I mean, he's hitting her with a vase. That's a deadly weapon. He's holding her down. He's keeping her from leaving that particular hotel. You can tell she's trying to get out. She has her bag.
Man, I think that first of all, why do y'all want people to go to jail so bad when they do stuff like this? Like, I feel like that I'm not saying that we have options available, but I feel like there should be some type of options. One includes whooping his ass. if I could make anything happen, it would be that. But why is the first thing that comes to people's mind is throw him in jail? Like, let's give him 20 years. Like, let's put him in prison. Let's make him suffer. Like, what if he one of them people at jail? It ain't gonna do nothing to him. You get in there and start running that mother. You gotta remember, like, this is one of the dudes that been so powerful for so long. Like, imagine him going to jail. They gonna give him the world. So it's like, why is jail? Jail. We need to charge him with something. Like, that's kind of insane to me. And then number two, I think that we're forgetting that she sued him civilly and he settled immediately. She got $30+ million on the settlement. Don't you think that if she wanted this man to go to jail, she would have probably got advice from a judge or anybody to see how they can criminally charge him with something, but she did not do that. She wanted that bread for all the pain and suffering she went through, and she accepted that lawsuit and accepted that settlement. So, I mean, let's not forget that part too. While we trying to build a case on this dude. Do I think there's something deeper going on? Yes. Do I think that she deserved to be treated like that? No. Do I think that that has anything to do with the bigger picture when it comes to Diddy? No, because I feel like a lot of people is exposing a lot of things now, and I feel like it's a bigger goal here, and this is just helping them out. Honestly, I don't know what it is. I ain't no expert, but I feel like it's something going on with that. I feel like it's a bigger thing here, but they really want to make sure they put it in y'all face because they know what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna get in them comments and, oh, he's disgusting, we hate him, let's take his money away, let's throw him in jail. They gonna make you do that to him when they may have a different agenda. I don't know.
She's trying to get on the elevator and he's dragging her back. That's kidnapping. Could be argued armed kidnapping because he's throwing deadly weapons at her. A shoe, a vase can all be considered a weapon.
The fact that the LA County District Attorney's Office said they didn't receive a report from law enforcement about this, what does that mean? What does that tell you?
It tells me that she didn't go to the police.
Right.
Maybe she
right.
was embarrassed, and I mean that happens. It's sort of the nature of domestic violence. People just go ahead.
To give you context, in her lawsuit, she put off the allegation she couldn't go to law enforcement. It was just too much. She was in fear.
Yeah, and that's that happens. Unfortunately, that happens so much. Even when victims of domestic violence initially report an incident to law enforcement, I would say more than 50% at a later point change their mind and don't want to pursue the prosecution. And without a witness, without the victim's testimony, it's very hard to prove this type of domestic violence situation. In this case, you wouldn't need a victim because you'd have a video.
Correct. Right. I've said this before. It's a misnomer that you need someone to press charges in order for there to be charges. I said the same thing during the Will Smith, Chris Rock incident. You didn't need Chris Rock to report it to the police. We all saw it. You want probable cause. You have it on tape. But here's the thing.
It's a reasonable person. What would be in the mind of a reasonable person?
What's the point of bringing up Chris Rock and Will Smith, bro? Oh my God! Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, y'all kind of go overboard with stuff. Like, yes, slapping somebody according to the law is assault. However, this man felt like he was played with. This man felt like this man was disrespecting his wife in front of the world, and he went up there and smacked him and told him to stop playing with him. I don't know what part of communities y'all, I don't know what communities y'all are from, but in our community, that's how things are handled. Sorry to tell you, but if you disrespected my wife in front of me, I might smack the shit out you. I don't see nothing wrong with what Will Smith did. I'm on that side. I don't know. Now, when I'm not as big as them and whatever, and when it comes to that type of success and being a mogul, maybe there's different rules. But that's not my goal to get there when it comes to those type of rules, because if you disrespecting my people, I might smack the shit out you, depending on what's going on. Just put that out there.
And in fact, I've prosecuted cases where the victim was against me. The victim was testifying for the defense, and I still got a conviction. It was a situation where a man set his wife on fire, and she said that it was an accident, that he accidentally lit her on fire. But the reasonable person and the juror can see that you don't accidentally set yourself on fire. Thank God. Because that guy was... domestic violence cases are sometimes the worst of the worst. Terrible.
And let me ask you this. So, putting the state charges to the side, we know that there is an ongoing federal investigation. Diddy's houses have been raided. It's possibly pursuant to an ongoing sex trafficking investigation. Do you think that video, it could constitute federal crimes, federal charges, and what would that look like?
I don't know. It could. There is a kidnapping, federal crime of kidnapping. I mean, but Jesse, come on, we know the feds. They don't file anything unless it's a slam dunk. USA is going to win 99% of the time. That's why so many federal cases don't get ever filed or sent to a jury. The assistant U.S. attorneys, they need permission from Washington on every single case they file. The odds, they want to make sure the odds are stacked against the defendant so that they can maintain their 99% conviction rate. So although this case on video, you would think would be a 99% conviction rate if they could come up with some type of crime that would get over the hurdle of the statute of limitations, but they're the feds. They can do what they want.
I think it could be a piece of evidence used in a sex trafficking case if you're going to say that you're using force or coercion to ARNIN in the Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download the Earnin app, type in Law&Crime under podcast when you sign up. That's Law&Crime under podcast. Earnin is a financial technology company, not a bank, subject to your available earnings, daily max, pay period max, and location. See earnin.com/TOS for details. Bank products are issued by Evolve Bank and trust member FDIC. Would you revoke his bond?
If he was out on you, I don't think that the charge would fit a punishable. In Florida, you have to have a charge that's punishable by a maximum of life in prison to be held without bond. Mm-hmm. Any other offense is bondable. Mm-hmm. However, given his means and his resources, I would certainly set a very high bond, like in the millions, and I would have a lot of requirements attached to that bond. Because I saw that apology, Jesse, and I don't believe a word of it.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? So you posted 2 days after. Again, I thought it was very interesting that it was posted after the LA County District Attorney's Office said they would not prosecute. What was your take on Diddy's response?
It's a textbook self-serving apology, and
that's probably why you're not on the case. And I also feel like dude should have went and got both opinions from male and female on this too, because female in this situation I have a lot more emotion toward it. It's natural. You can't tell me it ain't. If you seeing somebody getting beat on like that, and that could have happened to you in your life or whatever, you're gonna have a lot more emotion into that. And we all know that when there's more emotion than logic, what can happen with that? So I feel like we should have got a man's advice on it too. Not saying that Diddy did anything right, because I know y'all. I ain't on the nigga side. He beat on me. I don't support that. But look, I think we need to start using our brains on this. So that's just where I'm at with this, bro. I think I'm gonna start the video here because I don't indulge myself too much in people's lives for this type of reason. I don't need to know about all of this. Now that it has been put in my face, I hate this dude. Like, I really want to beat Diddy up. But, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Let me know what else y'all want me to react to. Make sure y'all subscribe to the video, share the video, repost the video, tag me at OTRNick. You know what's up.